Hello there, guys, and welcome to the Free China live stream. Activism against the Chinese Communist Party made fun. But unfortunately, as you've probably seen from the video's title, Give Us Back Our Money, the poor people of China have had enough. It's not really going to be much of a fun one today, I'm afraid. There are some fun things in it, and obviously to get off to a fun start, I've got this little clip for you. So let's get straight to it. Oh, by the way, it's good to see some familiar people in the chat as well. I will be looking at the chat from time to time, so please, if you can, write a message, and yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so the first clip is pretty hilarious. I saw this a couple of days ago and I just couldn't resist including it in the show. So I'll just play it first and then I'll talk about it afterwards. So let's have a look. What the hell are these ladies doing? Well, this is quite a common sight in China, believe it or not. Now, obviously, they're having some kind of a dispute. I cannot understand a word of what they're saying, to be perfectly honest with you. But obviously, they've had some kind of altercation, and instead of hitting each other or getting physical, what they do is they do this weird thing like where they're almost like performing spells on each other. It's kind of like some sort of Harry Potter wizard fight or witch fight in this case. Two witches we have here, and it's really weird. And I think it kind of comes from the fact that if they actually do get into a physical altercation, then obviously one of them will have to pay compensation or that kind of thing, And when you get into a dispute in China, when the police favor one person, then the other person really has to pay out, and usually it's an extortionate amount of money. So I think that they're just doing this weird spell casting stuff on each other, maybe like wishing each other bad luck or something like that, but it just looks ridiculous. And I've actually seen this kind of thing when I was living in China as well, so it is quite a common thing, and it's just weird to see. Let's have a look at it again. And then you'll see that I made a funny edit for it. So here we go. Oh dear, good old Harry Potter fight in China. Hilarious. Okay, so do you remember this clip from last week? If not, if you weren't here last week, basically this was apparently the China football team returning home, and the crowd shouting at them. What were they saying? Like, 中国足球操你妈, like, which means China football, F your mum, basically. So it was quite questionable as to whether this clip was actually a fake or not, because it sounds like hold on, just have a listen to it. So it sounds like the audio has been added onto the clip in post-production, right? It really does. Because, like the bus is driving away, and obviously if they're driving away from a crowd, then the sound of the crowd would get more distant, but it's just remains like exactly at the same audio level, which I found a little bit weird, and I think a couple of you guys obviously picked up on this as well. So anyway, it's definitely not real because here is the original clip. China Football Association, F your mum. Okay, so obviously that clip was a fake, which I'm kind of disappointed about because it would have been funny if, that's the sort of greeting that they got when they returned home. But it didn't happen. And, they kind of deserved that sort of reception because they lost 7-0. They got their asses handed to them by Japan 7-0, right? And that's a massive shame for them because you know how China feels about Japan, right? They cannot lose anything to Japan. And if they do, then it's a massive loss of face for them. So, anyway, fake clip. Let's move on. Okay, so I came across a kloss. What's a kloss? I came across this clip as well. Let's just play it. So, dude on zebra crossing just throws his bicycle down. People cross over. Don't even bat an eyelid. Don't even care. Just leave the bicycle there. That's kind of a common occurrence in China. If it's not my problem, then I won't deal with it. I won't help. I'll just ignore it because it doesn't affect me. And this bicycle just remains there. And I wonder how long the bicycle stayed there for and how this guy actually got around it. But yeah, it's again, this is a common thing in China. People don't help when needed. Obviously, not everybody does it, right? But this is just something that you'll see. The guy probably just had enough of the guy beeping at him as well, because that's another thing about living in China is that when you're walking across the zebra crossing, or like whatever you guys call it in America, a crosswalk, it actually means nothing in China. I guess it's more, I used to say that it's kind of like a target for target practice. When you're walking across, it's almost as if the people put their foot down on the accelerator because they want to hit you. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. So, yeah, anyway, the beeping of the horn, that is something that you will hear all the time when you're in China. Like it really, really does your head in. But just like when they're stuck in traffic and like obviously it's like a red light, or there's been an accident, or just the traffic is a bit slow, and they will just constantly beep the horn like as if that's going to get anybody to move along faster. It's almost like they think that that horn is like a cheat code to get through the traffic easier, and it just annoys you, especially when you're walking next to this road and all you hear is like beep 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 beep, like burst in your eardrums. It's so damn annoying. So yeah, anyway, just another silly clip from China that I found. It's quite a few. Okay, this again. Like, why do I keep seeing clips like this all the time? Just using the Japanese flag as a doormat, stamping on it like it's funny. Why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? Like, honestly, I've got some China flags. I, dislike the Chinese Communist Party, and I think that that flag represents them. And even I'm not going to use it as a doormat and stamp on it and get my kids to do it and film it and laugh about it as if it's funny. It's just pathetic behavior. Like, why? Why do they care about it, Like, I've said this many times, but Japan of now, of 2024, is not the same Japan that invaded China back in the 1930s, It's completely changed. It's completely different. They've completely changed everything. It's just ridiculous. Like, why on earth do they still care about this so much that they're willing to keep perpetuating this anti Japanese narrative? It really, really bothers me to see this all the time. And, when I was living in China, it was encouraged to be anti Japanese. Like, you'd have a conversation with them and you'd maybe talk about something in Japan. And the first thing that they would say is the Xiao Ruben, which means like small Japanese, or Xiao Ruben Guizi, like little Japanese devils. It's all the time, constantly, constantly. And, seeing this kind of thing, it's just going to encourage it even more. And the fact that this is allowed to, be online in the first place is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the Chinese government encourages this kind of thing, because if they didn't encourage this kind of thing, then this would be wiped off of the internet, censored to hell, because that's exactly what the CCP does, right? So, yeah, disappointing to see. Just disappointing to see. And of course, I have to say that not all Chinese people hate the Japanese, obviously, but this is quite a big thing in China amongst the nationalists. And yeah, it's just disturbing and just quite disappointing, to be frank. Just annoying as well. Like, why the hell? See it all the time. All the bloody time. Okay, next. Oh, yeah, okay. So this post made the rounds like several days ago. It's just from Taiwan Freedom. The name of the account is Taiwan Ziyou. Taiwan Freedom, okay? And it says, this is Taiwan. Taiwan is a country. Just a picture of the map. We all know that Taiwan's a country, right? But just in case you didn't, Taiwan is a country. No matter how many times you pretend that it isn't, how many times you threaten to invade. I mean, why would you need to invade your own country if Taiwan isn't a country, right? So, anyway, so this post was on Twitter, right? And then obviously this dude, which is just a ridiculous propagandist, and I see this guy's posts all the time, man. It's ridiculous. Shanghai Panda, and he has written a lovely post here saying, "This is Catalonia. Catalonia is not a country. Catalonia belongs to Spain, just as Taiwan belongs to China. This is the consensus of 99% of the world's sovereign countries. Even the separatists can't deny this fact." Why do they always care so much about what other countries think when it suits their narrative, but when other countries condemn China and talk about the human rights violations, then they completely deny those facts? But when other countries go along with China's narrative, then they always use that. Even though Taiwan is a country, by the way, just because several UN countries don't formally recognize it doesn't mean that it isn't a country. And there was this reply to this tweet, which is really hilarious. And sorry, you're not supposed to call them tweets anymore because it's X. So do we call them X's? So here's a reply to this X. So this guy's reply is brilliant. Taiwan has its own army. Taiwan has its own currency. Taiwan elects its own government, democracy. Taiwan operates a separate legal system. Taiwan controls its own immigration and borders. Taiwan has distinct trade agreements. Taiwan is not governed by the PRC. Taiwan has a unique political history. Taiwan is separate from the PRC since 1949. Genetically distinct, 70% of population has indigenous blood, has its own passport and visa systems. Taiwan has its own foreign policy. Taiwan is a country. Brilliant. That was brilliant. That is brilliant. And man, this guy's tweet, let's just get back to loser boys tweet, Shanghai Panda, whatever. I mean, God, it's ridiculous, right? It's this whole argument that they used where they say Scotland is a country too. But actually, Scotland had a referendum in 2014 and they actually voted to remain. And, people don't even have the right to vote in China, but people do have the right to vote in Taiwan. And I'm pretty sure that if they had to vote, if they wanted to go back to China, be a part of communist China, because they never were. So if they had to vote to go back to, well, not go back to, but to be a part of communist China, I'm pretty sure that they would vote against that, right? Oh my God. And it's just talking about the different histories of in two completely different scenarios. Catalonia, Taiwan, completely different places. You cannot compare it. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, okay? For example, I think Catalonia doesn't have its own constitution, sorry, and its own government institutions as well, but Taiwan does. It's not self-ruling. Taiwan is self-ruling. It's de facto functioning as a country. It is a country. The fact that most countries don't recognize this because otherwise they're going to lose Winnie the Pooh's business. They're going to lose that cheap poo investments. It doesn't change the fact that Taiwan is a country, okay? Anyway, sorry, rant over. You just get really, really annoyed by these people's posts. And yeah, Taiwan is definitely a country. And we should all be supporting that. Even if the UN doesn't say that Taiwan is a country, we should be lobbying the UN and telling them that Taiwan is absolutely a country. Anyway, this guy, Paul Midler, if that's how you say it, awesome reply there. Love it. Okay, and just the last one before we get into our main topic. So recently there's been several typhoons absolutely decimating China, right? So here's some footage from Shanghai, and apparently people have been panic buying and the shelves are completely empty. Look at it. Looks like COVID all over again, doesn't it? The bad old days of 2020 are resurfacing in China, but this time it's because of a typhoon. People are just really just going crazy. I mean, look at this. Empty shelves everywhere. Pretty mental, right? Pretty mental. Yeah, I'm getting flashbacks of COVID here. It's not good. Remember when everybody was buying the toilet roll? It was totally ridiculous, wasn't it? In the UK, there were loads of shops where just you couldn't get toilet roll. You couldn't wipe your ass. It was ridiculous. You had to use A4 paper, for God's sakes. Yeah, exactly, Mike Stewart. I'm not going to get you started on the TP again. Sorry about that. Anyway, guys, let's get into the main topic. So, today's main topic is, like the video title suggests, give us back our money. The poor people of China have had enough. And recently, I've been seeing lots and lots of interesting videos coming out of China about this. There have been many people protesting against their companies because companies are not giving the people their wages. And it is kind of getting out of control from what I can see. We'll show you, we'll go through the videos and then we'll kind of try and figure out exactly what's going on at the end. But first of all, I just want to show you exactly what's going on. Okay, so let's go. All right, So here we are. This is September the 15th in a place called Changzhou in Hebei. And the Binhai Evergrande Cultural Tourism City Real Estate Project was left unfinished. And the owners of these houses, of this unfinished project, are holding up banners here outside. This is outside the sales office, apparently, and they're shouting slogans such as "We want our houses," um, and "We're looking forward to justice." So if you can see the banner there, it says "我们要房子，业主期盼包青天," which means we want our houses and we are the owners and we're looking forward to some justice, a clear blue sky, which basically means like happy days, like justice, hope is going to come to us. Okay, so these people have been ripped off, basically, some kind of Ponzi scheme or whatever, like where the property was supposed to be finished and it didn't get finished, and probably all of their money went to some other investors who invested before them. You know how this kind of thing works, right? It's a very common thing in China, and these people, they've invested all of their freaking money in these houses, in this in this complex that hasn't been finished. It's going to be another one of these ghost cities, right? And the people are fed up and they're holding up their banners. Now, an interesting thing is that there's nothing anti-government about what they're saying. And that is obviously very carefully by design so they don't get into trouble. And I think these people are hoping that the government will step in and fix things, because sometimes this has happened in the past. But yeah, I'm not sure if the government are going to step in. And, it's quite a risk protesting in China, isn't it? Because the government now know who you are. They've seen you protesting and put you on this naughty list. And it's only a matter of time before you get that phone call and the invite to drink some tea, right? Ah, wow. Anyway. I admire these people. They're really brave. We want our homes. 我们要房子. Okay. Next. We've got quite a few of these guys, so please bear with me, but I think it's really interesting to see this kind of thing happening in China, because it's not the norm. This is not the norm, but it's becoming the norm because of the terrible economy right now in China, and the people are starting to lose hope because companies are not giving people their salary, right? So this one, September the 17th in Wuchuan City in Guangdong, there's a place, a tourist attraction. If you look at the top here, look, this is a tourist attraction, Texas Water World or something like that. It looks tacky as hell. But apparently this place owed the workers their wages, and the workers held up some banners at the site to demand their wages. And the banner reads, let's get back to the banner. Okay, it's like Ding Long Ji Tuan, Chang Qi Qian Xin Huan Wo Xie Han Fa. So yeah, Wo Xie Han Qian. Right, exactly. So it basically says Ding Long Group, that's the name of the group that owns this tourist attraction, whatever the hell it is. And it says, has been maliciously arrears of our wages for a long time. Please pay back our hard-earned wages. Okay, and we're going to see that this is a theme. So the next one. We're in September the 16th now in Hohhot in Mongolia. And the owners of Jingdi Fengqi reported that the power company wanted to build a substation near the community. So there was a power station, it wanted to build one near the community. And obviously, the people who live in that community, they don't want a freaking power station nearby. Have you recently seen all of these explosions happening in China because of these like mismanaged power stations? Do you really want to be living near one of those things? So they went to the sales office, they put up banners to defend their rights again. There's always a banner like this in China, like a big scrolled banner with some wording on it, but it's always very careful to not to criticize the government because that's a big no-no. So anyway, this one says 我们要健康, which means we want to be healthy. Okay, and it's like 不要 what is it? 不要改变点赞. Oh yeah, 不要变点赞. So that means we don't want this freaking substation here. Oh my god, it is ridiculous. And please excuse my Chinese reading there. It's not what it used to be, I'm afraid. But I'm trying my best. But yeah, so again, another banner. Some more dissatisfied people because they don't want the power station there. I think it's Banner Week in China right now. And here they are building it. And of course, they've got more banners outside the home. Banner Week in China. Okay, we've got a tug of war this time. Who's going to win? The goodies or the baddies? So this happened on September the 12th. And these are some migrant workers at Qingzhou Foreign Language School in Shandong province. And they're holding up banners to demand their wages. But their banner was being snatched and their phones were being taken away because obviously you're not allowed to do this sort of thing in China. And look, they're having a massive tug of war. Okay. Alright, so another one. I mean, gosh, this is just crazy, right? But I'm sorry, I have to go through this. So this is September the 17th in Datong, Shanxi. I've been to Datong, actually. So there was a food company there. They owed wages to the workers. The workers like have an absolute shite job of picking peppers, for goodness sakes. You know, I mean, withholding wages for somebody who's on the absolute minimum wage. That's not cool, is it, guys? That is not the cool thing to do. So the workers were really upset. As you can see, it's just like a bunch of middle-aged old ladies, just crying, crying in front of the police. And they're saying, oh, they don't pay us and they won't even let us go home. I mean, what the hell? Okay. Next one, we have, this is in Heilongjiang. That is up north. And this is some hot spring hotel. They owed the workers wages. You see, look, it's all about the workers and the companies withholding their wages. What is going on? The workers held up banners to demand their wages again. The banner reads, "We owe migrant workers hard-earned money, and they won't pay us back our hard-earned money." So it says that the migrant workers are owed money. Okay. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So again, more workers demanding their wages, and this is all in 1 week, guys. It's not like I've just found clips that happening over the last couple of years. This is within this week. All of them September. What the heck is going on in China? Okay. This one is in Nanning, Guangxi. Maybe Guelo60 can go and check this out. So again, we have some migrant workers demanding their wages. The banner basically says the name of the company, please return our hard-earned wages. And this is September the 17th. Okay, another one here, September 17th again. This is in, it says, man, I can't remember where this is. Luoyang, okay? Number 8 senior high school. These are teachers or people who work on the campus. And again, they're demanding their wages. They haven't been paid. Can you see a theme going here, guys? Okay, and again, we've got some people in Sichuan. And this is some community reported that the property management company forcibly occupied the community hall and rented it out, causing dissatisfied owners to hold up banners to defend their rights. Okay, and that was September the 15th. Another one, September the 15th, in Jiangzhou, Henan. And apparently this is some kind of project that had been completed long time ago by the workers, but the workers' wages were still in arrears. So again, they held up banners to demand their money back. It's pretty crazy. And these people, you know, like, they're really risking it, but they have no choice, you know. Right now, they've got nothing to lose because they literally have nothing. Okay, and is this the same one? Let me see, is that the... Yeah, oh yeah, that's the same one, but this one here. Okay, and the last but not least, sorry guys, that was very lengthy, I know, but we had to go through it just to show how crazy it is. So this again is September the 15th, and this is in Hunan. So deposits at the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China were converted into insurance, and depositors held banners outside the bank to protest their rights. Okay. So, yeah, desperate time calls for desperate measures, right? I mean, these people, they're just desperate. They've got nothing to lose, you know. They've invested all of their money into some bullshit like real estate. They didn't get their property. They didn't get their money back. Their wages are being withheld by like lame companies, and they really, really are desperate, and they're desperately trying to get the government to step in and do something about it. But here's the thing, the government probably won't step in and do something about it, and I think the easiest solution is probably just to make these people disappear. That's the sad reality of it, right? It really is just quite shocking just to see how little rights these people have. And like we said, desperate times call for desperate measures. And hopefully something good will come out of this. Although, honestly, I can't see it happening. And it also just shows us how bad the economy is in China right now, you know, where companies are losing money and unable to pay the workers' wages because these companies are probably also getting desperate, right? So yeah, it is quite shocking to see, and yeah, I don't see it getting any better. If this is just in 1 week, what are we going to see next week? I don't know. Come to next week's stream, tune in and find out, I guess. But yeah, I don't mean to laugh at this situation, by the way. But for all of those shills that keep talking about how amazing China's economy is and how China is the indestructible economy and soon it's going to overtake America and be the #1 economy in the world. Sorry, but from what I'm seeing from all of these videos, I think that's wishful thinking. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's it for that's all I've got for today's stream. Um, I just wanted to now quickly talk about something, and then I'll jump into the chat and see what you guys are talking about. But thank you for putting up with that. Um, I know it was a bit long, but I think it was worth it, and it was necessary to go through that just to highlight how insane it is in China right now. And I'm sure that there's more, because all of these clips I found a couple of days ago, which was when I was organizing this stream, and I didn't purposefully didn't go online to look for other stuff because I'd already got the stream organized. So I'm sure there's more now. There must be more. You go online, have a look, and you might find some. So yeah, let me go along here. Okay, so just quickly, a little bit of shameless self promotion, because I hardly ever do that. And a lot of people have been getting on my case telling me that I should promote my stuff a little bit more. So, okay, here we go. This is my Patreon. You can join Patreon for £3 per month, which is roughly works out to about $4 to $5 US, Canadian. I can't remember. Australian, I have no idea, but it's £3. It's not a hell of a lot of money. It's a lot cheaper than Netflix. um, but yeah, and it's way better than Netflix as well. So yeah, please go and check out Patreon if you can. It would be great to have you as part of the community there. It's slowly building up. We've got a few members now, hoping to get more, obviously. So yeah, if you can, go and have a look. You might like it. Okay. Oh, and by the way, patrons always get to see videos before everybody else. And there's also some bonus content on there as well. Okay, and we have the channel memberships. If you want to join the channel, you can. You can join right there. Again, that is a monthly subscription, and it's exactly the same as Patreon, where you can get extra content and you always get early access to all of my new videos. There's quite a few on there already, and it's building up, and there's quite a bit of bonus content. Some interesting stuff that I find online, or just some older videos of mine. So yeah, go and check it out if you can. Now, if you do not like memberships, you can always send me a one-off donation right here through PayPal. And I have this buy me a bubble tea thing as well, which you might want to do. So these are just one-off donations, and every donation that I get, I definitely put it back into the channel. I buy equipment, it pays for my travel, it helps me make better content for you guys. So yeah, if you can, go ahead. Obviously, you're not obliged to, it's not mandatory or anything. But I would really appreciate it if you can. And thank you so much to everybody who's donated in the past, and all of you people who are channel members and patrons. You guys are awesome. All right, let's go to the chat now and see what you guys are saying. I don't know how long I've been going for. Oh, it's been only about 40 minutes, so that's not too bad. That's a bit better, actually. Okay, so guys, let's see. What have we got in the chat today? So Headley Bradstone said, what these guys don't realize is that even with a touchy-feely sign, some local member of the CCP loses face, so they are going to be for the high jump anyway. Indeed. Yeah, exactly. Like, they're picking quarrels, and they're provoking trouble, right? Is that the one? Picking quarrels, provoking trouble? So yeah, they're going to be screwed. Either way, even if they manage to get their money back, their wages back from the company, they're definitely going to be on some sort of like naughty list, right? Okay, Jasmine said, desperation makes them reckless. Yeah, it really does. It really does. In desperate times, they've got nothing to lose. Okay, Barry the Super Scott, incredibly sad for the workers in China not being paid. Yeah, and the thing is like there's no real sort of like rule of law or like like there's not really a fair legal process. God, what? How do they say that again? Due course or something like that? Due process? Yeah, there's no due process in China, right? They don't have a fair trial. Everything's stacked against these guys. So, yeah, they're just so desperate. So desperate, they'll do anything. Okay, Jasmine says, hey, you still have that Cox sticker displayed. Yeah, that one right there. The Buzzcocks one. Screw it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. They're going to demonetize this live stream anyway because they always do. Every live stream that I've done for the past, like, I think it's the last 5 or 6 live streams, they've all been demonetized. So I'm kind of expecting it now. I don't give a shit. you know? Like, let me. Here, look. Go on YouTube. There you go. Demonetize me. Look. Oh dear. You know what I mean? Come on. Like, what is the point of that? It's ridiculous. But it does annoy me, honestly. Like, because these live streams, like, they're cool to do. I enjoy doing them, but like, they earn very little money. So I kind of just do it because I enjoy it. But when it gets demonetized, it's a joke because it's not earning any money anyway. Anyway, rant over. Yeah, Jazz got some good eyes. I can't see that. Okay, these protests. Oh, Headley, you said what I just said. These protesters are picking quarrels and provoking trouble. Exactly. Or engaging in prostitution. Yeah, possibly, mate. Like desperate times, right? Oh yeah, Headley, I forgot about that nice law. That's from Mike Stewart. Yeah. Or gambling, exactly. Or woo mowing. No, I think the woo mows that's reserved for the prisoners. Okay, Headley Bradstone or provoking a riot. No, wait, that's the UK. Yeah, maybe. You bought bigger flags. Bigger flags. Uh, Sorry, what do you mean I bought bigger flags? Um, okay, William says, I warn people about China in my Bible videos anyway. Yeah, that's cool, buddy. You keep doing that, man. And yeah, just keep up the good fight. Mike Stewart says, I fear that China's military buildup will be used against its own people again. Well, they did it before. They've done it before. They'll do it again. The government hasn't changed since Tiananmen Square anyway. It's the same government, just different assholes running it, right? Okay, Jasmine, human rights are unknown in China. Yep, unfortunately, it's quite sad. Okay. Uh, Mike Stewart, we need a Cox soundbite, Lewis. Yeah. Maybe I'll play like one of the Buzzcocks songs. How about this one?
No, God! No, God, please, no!
You're referring to chickens, right? Exactly. Daniel Gregerson. Hello, Lewis. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jasmine. I did get a new Taiwan flag, a bigger one. I'm actually maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna go out and shoot a flag comparison video again, just to see, because like my last video got interrupted by that douchebag security guard guy, the warden or whatever the hell he was. I was going to shoot that video there and then, but then he interrupted it and it started raining as soon as like I'd finished filming that one. I didn't have the chance to record it, so I'm probably going to go out tomorrow and record that video. So it'll be like a comparison of the two flags. And at this time I've got the bigger Taiwan flag, so maybe people will choose that. We'll see. But yeah, it could be interesting. And I'm going to do it in a town outside of London, so hopefully we'll get a different kind of interaction. yeah, it could be fun. Um, okay, Mike Stewart, dude, it's worse now. They gone digital. Uh, Sorry, I've lost what we're talking about there, mate. What's gone digital? William says, "Have you watched my gaming videos?" Unfortunately, no, mate. I haven't. I haven't watched your gaming videos. I generally don't have a lot of time to watch videos, especially about gaming, because I'm not really interested in it. If I'm going to be honest with you, mate. Like I play video games, but I don't watch videos about games. I'd much rather go and play the game. Daniel says, "I'm doing all right. I made some good food. How about you?" Yeah, fine, mate. Just wrapping up this live stream. It's pretty fun. It's been a good one, I think. Just interesting stuff, you know. Nothing incredibly exciting. More on a somber tone, but hey, that's the way China goes, right? Click All Night is here. Hey, Click All Night, how's it going? You made it. And I did put a post in the Patreons about 2 hours ago saying that we're going to be live streaming, just to let you know. Strange, Click All Night says, "Strange, I have notifications on, but got no notification of this stream." It's weird. Really weird. YouTube always does that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I generally don't have notifications turned on for anybody's channel. I just watch it whenever I watch it. But yeah, I don't really sort of watch live streams on other channels, you know. Even like the China show, I don't watch that live. I'll just watch it like in my own time, you know. But yeah, Daniel Gregerson, how do I become a member? Right, okay, I've got the video just for you, mate. Look at this. You want to become a member? Go to my channel. See that button there that says join? Click on that, and that's how you become a member. But you have to pay, I'm afraid. It's not free, so maybe you thought it was free. I don't know, but that's how you become a member. Mike Stewart, talking about the CCP not changing from Tiananmen. Right, exactly. They've gone digital now, and yeah, they can get you even worse. God, it's scary, isn't it? Okay, yeah, Tiananmen. Tiananmen, I think, is Tiananmen. Tiananmen Square. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter. I got it. Headley Bradstone. Hey, I'm the only person to tick the like button. Guys, press the like button. What are you playing at? Okay. Barry says, "I'll have to go and watch the first 12 minutes of this stream afterwards." Yeah, dude, go ahead, man. Like, don't worry about it. William says, "YouTube doesn't like Bible videos either anyway." Weird. I mean, I personally don't like Bible videos, but I mean, you know, whatever. Oh dear.
You serious?
Yes, Barry the Super Scott. Are you going to be making any videos now that you're back in Taiwan? Headley says there's 42 likes. Well, that's good. That's a start, isn't it? Wheezy Squeezebox says, "I don't turn on notifications either. When I did, my phone was notifying me all day and all night." Yeah, it's just kind of annoying, right? I mean, yeah, it feels like it's sort of like invading your life when you always. I actually don't have any notifications for anything. Even when I get a message, I just have my phone on silent, believe it or not. But yeah, I don't like it. Like, it's very invasive. And, you know, like you're just in a restaurant or out somewhere and your phone just starts going off, and it's just annoying, and it distracts you from something that you're doing. Like if you're doing a task or something, yeah, it's annoying. Because I've got a very like low attention span, so I'll get a message and I'll just stop what I'm doing and focus on that. It's the way it is. Okay. So Mike Stewart, the warden is home, Lewis. I gotta bail. No worries, mate. Say hi to the warden for me. Hopefully it's not one of those wardens that told me to not talk about politics in Trafalgar Square. Okay, Falco Headley, I don't think you are right. Refresh. So does it now have more likes? That would be nice. It would be nicer than this. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, I think that's probably all I've got time for. Actually, I'm just going to check to see how many likes I have. Let me have a look at my stream. Because it doesn't display how many likes I have on here for some reason. I'm using some software called OBS. And it's actually really good. But it doesn't, like... For some reason, I don't know if I can or can't do it on here. I'm going to work it out. But I'd like to be able to have your comments up on the screen so everybody can read it while I'm reading it. It would make it better. Okay, we've got 45 likes. And apparently there's like 33 people watching. That's not too bad for one of my lame streams. You know, I mean, I'm not quite at like China show numbers yet. But I think I'm starting to become a bit of competition for those guys. So... a bit of friendly competition, you know what I mean? But yeah, hopefully one day we'll be getting those sort of numbers in here as well. If I just keep doing it, you just got to be consistent, right? And you guys help, you know, you guys help. You guys are awesome. You guys always come in here and it's always like the same faces, the same people. And, you know, each and every one of you are pretty fucking cool. So thank you so much. Let's see. So yeah, 45 likes. Come on, dudes, give me another like. Let's refresh. Come on, somebody who hasn't liked it, give me a... what the hell? I'm not begging for likes. That's lame. Okay, so Barry the Super Scott said, absolutely, I plan to do a trip video this coming week to Nantou. If the weather doesn't get bad, I also have to edit my Scotland visit videos. That's awesome, mate. Look forward to seeing them. Yeah, anybody who doesn't follow Barry, go and follow his channel. He makes some pretty good videos around Taiwan. Hopefully one day he'll get his shaky camera sorted out, get a gimbal or something. But yeah, good videos anyway, and I'm just kidding. Okay, Headley Bradstone says, yeah, 43. Only 43. No, we've got 45 likes. Now we've got 46. You see, it works when you beg for likes, doesn't it? Anyway, guys, I think that's all we've got for today. Thank you all so much for joining me. We've had a pretty interesting stream, even though it was more of a somber tone today, but we got through it, and hopefully the people in China who aren't being paid their wages will also get through it as well. That's my hope anyway. So yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, check out Patreon, check out channel members, and have yourselves an amazing rest of the morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever the hell you are. Thank you so much, guys. See you all in the next one. Bye for now.